Chelsea hero Carlo Cudicini names the Premier League striker he feared playing against. Carlo Cudicini has named the Premier League legend who he hated playing against during his career. Cudicini made 161 Premier League appearances across 13 seasons for Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur. The Italian keeper also won 2 FA Cups, 2 Football League Cups and 2 Community Shields during his 9-year spell at Stamford Bridge. During his career, Cudicini came up against some of the best strikers in Premier League history, including Ruud van Nistelrooy, Didier Drogba and Thierry Henry. And while he mentioned the talent of the other 2 goalscorers, the 48-year-old singled out former Arsenal star Henry as a player he always feared coming up against. "I had the pleasure of playing alongside one of the best Premier League strikers of all time in Didier Drogba. I had to face him every single day in training, and it's so easy to see why he's so highly rated," he told Ladbrokes. "I then played against him in the FA Cup. When I signed for Tottenham, he scored against me in the semi-final. Having trained with him for all those years at Chelsea, I can only sympathize with every goalkeeper who has ever had to face him. Aside from my teammates, it's hard not to mention Ruud van Nistelrooy when I think about the toughest opponents I've come up against. He just had this unbelievable way of always seeming to be on the end of any ball that was put into the box. Somehow he was always in the right position, and that's what made him so special. But for me, the one aim I'm not afraid to say I feared was Thierry Henry. A lot of people don't like to use that word fear in football, but I absolutely hated playing against Henry. He was a genius in so many ways. He was so unpredictable and so difficult to read. His speed and intelligence were second to none. He had everything." Gary Neville explains why Spurs will strike fear into Chelsea, Man United and Arsenal. Ian Wright praises Rob Holding for reporting racist abuse of Arsenal teammate Mikel Arteta reveals the key trait that Gabriel Martinelli has improved in recent weeks. At that time, it was Arsenal and Chelsea who were always battling it out at the top of the table, so whenever we played them, it was a huge occasion, and you just knew he was the sort of player who thrived under those circumstances. I played quite a few times against him, and I don't think I've come up against anyone better." Carlo Cudicini was speaking exclusively to Ladbrokes at its launch of the 5-a-side bet on Aston Villa v Chelsea. More Mikel Arteta thanks fans for huge turnaround in Arsenal's superb home form. More Chelsea failed with £72.5 million bid for Paris Saint-Germain.